Today you will learn about 10 products that can be fatal. Therefore, you should avoid using them. You need to know about them. So, number 1, green potatoes. The green pigment, which is a combination of chlorophyll and solanine, indicates the presence of a nerve toxin. It is very toxic at a dosage of 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. Solanine is a natural pesticide designed to protect potatoes. If ingested, it can cause nausea, vomiting, internal bleeding, paralysis, coma, and potentially even death. Potatoes contain about 30 or 50 milligrams of this chemical, but it is the green part of the potato that is dangerous. So just cut off the green parts. An even better solution would be not to eat such potatoes at all. When buying this vegetable, carefully select each potato, and only after making sure that there are no green spots, put it in your grocery basket. Of course, green spots may appear after buying at your home after a while. Therefore, the best solution would be to buy a small amount of this vegetable, which will last for a maximum of 1 week. During this time, as a rule, nothing will happen to potatoes. Next is the second point, a spice called nutmeg. The poisonous substance in nutmeg is called myristicin, and even 2 milligrams of this substance will cause fever and headache. If the dosage exceeds 7 grams, it can even lead to loss of consciousness. If you eat a whole nutmeg, you may experience nutmeg psychosis. Nutmeg mimics psychoactive substances that are used in certain medications. There was a case where an 8-year-old child ate 2 nutmegs and died. So be careful. Do not use them in large quantities. The next product is undercooked red beans. It should always be soaked for at least 5 hours and then injected over high heat for at least half an hour. If you do not cook such beans for long enough, then the toxicity level can potentially increase by 5 times. The chemical in raw red beans is called phytohemagglutinin. All you need to know is that this substance binds erythrocytes and leukocytes, forming thrombus-shaped clots. Side effects are diarrhea, stomach pain, vomiting, and even death. However, there was not a single case of death among humans, but it was found among rats. If you give a rat 1% of this substance, it will not live 2 weeks. Therefore, do not feed your pet rodents undercooked red beans. Moving on to the next product. This is brown rice. Brown rice contains arsenic, which can lead to heart disease, bladder cancer, and many other diseases. Arsenic is found in brown rice because cotton was previously grown on the land on which it is grown, which was abundantly sprayed with arsenic. Thus, the soil is polluted, and poisons get into some plants, especially in brown rice. The amount of arsenic in brown rice is more than 162 times higher than the permissible level of carcinogenicity. Another problem with arsenic is that it used to be added to chicken feed to increase weight gain for nutritional efficiency. This is a situation where the chicken is so fat that it no longer eats, does not feel hungry, and it's all because of the arsenic. One of the symptoms of arsenic poisoning is white horizontal stripes on the nails. This is a possible sign of an excess of arsenic in the body. Next, let's talk about raw meat with blood. If you buy low-quality meat in a store, you can get Escherichia coli. In addition, there's a very toxic form of Escherichia coli called verotoxigenic, which can cause serious damage and loss of kidney function, sepsis, which is a systemic infection, coma, and even death. Therefore, it is important to monitor the quality of beef consumed. It should be high. Meat should be cooked to such an extent that there is definitely no Escherichia coli left in it, but it is more important to choose high-quality beef. Then, even in meat cooked with blood, if it is of high quality, there will most likely be no pathogens such as Salmonella and Escherichia coli. The next product is cherry pits. Cherry pits contain hydrogen cyanide. Many will be surprised. Who eats cherry pits? Still, they eat the berry itself, but sometimes you can accidentally swallow a couple of bones, so you should know. They're a little toxic. 1 stone of a red cherry contains 4 milligrams of hydrogen cyanide. There are 2 milligrams in 1 black cherry stone. Symptoms of hydrogen cyanide poisoning will, of course, be abdominal pain, nausea, headache, and other more serious fatal symptoms. Next are sausages and canned foods. These products could be called healthy if they included only natural meat. However, they contain hidden fats, stabilizers, emulsifiers, dyes, and other additives that increase the likelihood of diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. Many manufacturers add transgenic soybeans, which tend to accumulate herbicides when grown. It has been proven that dangerous chemicals contribute to allergies and disrupt the work of the glands of internal secretion. Canning is a process that allows you to preserve food for a long time, from 1 to 5 years and sometimes even longer. At the same time, certain nutrients remain in them. At the same time, some other substances, such as water-soluble vitamins, can be destroyed due to the high temperatures used in canning. In addition, many industries add sugar and salt to canned foods, especially if they are of low quality in large quantities. It is also worth talking about margarine. Like mayonnaise, margarine contains unsaturated fats which make it a product harmful to human health. Today it is made from hydrogenated sunflower oil, which is dangerous for the heart, liver, and blood vessels. It is known that trans fats are one of the causes of cellulite and the formation of cholesterol plaques. The next product is popcorn. Corn itself is not dangerous except for its high calorie content. It contains dietary fiber and vitamins that are beneficial to the body, but everything changes when corn is combined with oil, salt, chemical additives to caramelize and enhance the taste. In this case, its nutritional value increases even more, and large amounts of salt lead to kidney problems and spikes in blood pressure. Then the fourth point, these are green raw almonds and cashews. They contain a certain amount of cyanide. You need to eat quite a lot of these raw nuts to get seriously poisoned. That's about 1,000 nuts, or 1.5 kilograms. Most likely, no one will eat that much. But even in a smaller number of these nuts, there will be a small amount of cyanide. Therefore, instead of bitter almonds, buy sweet almonds. And if you fry them, then there will be practically no cyanide left. Cyanide can cause seizures, respiratory failure, and even death. Cyanide destroys the cell membrane and prevents oxygen from entering the cells. However, there is always an antidote for every poison. The antidote to cyanide is hydroxycobalamin. This is pharmacy vitamin B12, which combines with cyanide to form cyanocobalamin, a type of B12. In this way, cyanide is converted into vitamin B12. But you don't need to get it from cyanide. It seems clear enough, but I still think it's better to talk about it. So, this was a list of foods to avoid. If you found this video useful, please like and share it with your friends. Write in the comments which of these products you didn't know was harmful.